entrepreneurs are subconsciously allergic to fulfillment. They don't choose growth, they choose struggle every time. And you didn't really pick the hard path. Your body did, and it's still choosing. So let me tell you about a pattern I didn't see in myself for years. I had learned to do high ticket sales. I was getting momentum. In fact, I had hit 6 figures, but then I decided to change complete directions, and I started to coach on relationships. If I would have buckled down and just kept focusing, I could have probably 5 to 10x'd what I was doing. Instead, so every time I got some momentum, I would pivot, and I would justify that it's what I felt led to do. But really, it was just a struggle pattern that I was used to. And that's the addiction you didn't choose. Your physiology wired you for chaos loops, and it's still choosing right now. Let me break down the 3 types of success allergies that I see most often. The first is this allergy to ease or flow. The addiction paired with that is hard work. The way that looks is as soon as you have an opportunity that's going to make things easier and flow more, you sabotage it. And this happens when the deal doesn't go through or something happens and it falls short. That's always an indicator that you have an allergic response towards ease and an addicted response towards hard work and earning your keep. Okay, the second allergic response is one of holding on to money. Most entrepreneurs make money, but they have this aversion to keeping it. They create scenarios in their life that cost them a lot of money that's completely unnecessary. And there's a lot of uncertainty, fear around managing it, holding on to it, saving it, expanding it, investing it, and compounding. The underlying addiction is usually one of 2 things. Either you're addicted to the belief, I'm going to get in trouble, so you're allergic to things going your way, or you're addicted to losing and learning through failure. So you're allergic to being a winner and learning through success. I'd say that's a big lesson that most people are taught to learn through failure and not through success. All the gurus, they say, you can learn better through failure. However, I think we need to change this paradigm. And you can learn just as much, if not more, through winning and success. There are a lot of powerful principles when you win and win big, if not more than when you lose and lose big. I believe that it's easy to learn through loss, but sometimes the lesson needs to be, can I learn just as much, if not more, by winning and winning consistently? But instead, you self-sabotage in disguise with perfectionism, overgiving, underpricing. The fear is that if you're enough, you don't grow and you don't push yourself. We're taught in our culture to not be good enough so that you have to push yourself, grow, and expand. But one can be in a place where you feel enough and your growth isn't a push or pull, it's by choice. And yet there's another one around not being able to rest. They don't sleep at night. They can't take breaks. They feel like they're always having to do something to earn their keep. And if they stop, they're not good enough. They don't deserve to have fun or to exist. And another struggle addiction is going from one extreme and then overcompensating. So you push really, really hard, and then you go the opposite extreme to overcompensate. Usually it's through some sort of non-ideal pattern, whether overeating or too much sex or gaming or alcohol or doing something just crazy that you normally wouldn't do in your sane state. But how do you rewire that? Let me tell you about a client named Jenny. She was a coach, already doing well, but she kept hitting the same ceiling. And by the time we were done, she'd tripled her monthly revenue and was consistently scaling beyond what she thought was possible. And the big thing for her, she had an addiction to spending more than she made. So no matter how much came in, it went right back out. And part of her didn't want to make more because that meant she would get rid of it and spend more. As well as an addiction to feeling like small wins could come easy. But big breakthroughs, those had to be hard. And as we shifted that and worked on being able to receive big results consistently and having more than enough without the constant financial drain, she was able to not only break through the ceiling, but sustain it while losing weight improving her relationship with her husband, and so many other cool things. And that happens because when you're in a state of alignment, it means that all parts of you are in choice. Instead of being wired by these past patterns, you can feel empowered to do whatever it takes to go wherever you want, and it's not compelled by these past cycles or non-ideal compulsions. So she couldn't scale, and it wasn't because she wasn't ready, but because she didn't feel safe. And I've seen this pattern in people making 10K a month to people making 100K a month and more. The numbers change, but the pattern doesn't. And emotional safety is a precondition for growth, and it can change in minutes. You don't have to earn success. It's something that, yes, requires effort and energy, and to an extent you could earn it, but more importantly, it's a state of allowing or receiving. When you're safe to do so, think of it like a river flowing. Receiving is like allowing water to flow freely. Earning is trying to force the water in a direction that requires way too much energy. They both get results, but one requires way less effort. And when you're in earning mode, you're gripping, controlling, pushing, forcing. It exhausts you. And when you're in receiving mode, you're open, you're aligned, you're flowing. It feels natural. It feels fun. It feels duplicatable. And here's how you know the difference. Earning feels like you have to prove something. Receiving feels like you're allowed to have it. Earning is conditional. I'll be worthy when I work 80 hours. Receiving is unconditional. I'm worthy because I exist. And the shift from earning to receiving, it happens at what's called a cellular level. It's not just a mindset reframe. It's a full body reprogramming that changes how you relate to success, rest, money, ease, growth, and everything in life. The framework for this is what I call cellular alignment, reorienting with your entire body, not just your nervous system, to feel safe receiving instead of only earning. So let me ask you, what struggle are you choosing right now without even realizing it? Drop it in the comments. I love seeing where people are coming from and the different mindsets and the different programs based on different cultures. Okay, so the path to your next level is already here. You just haven't felt safe enough to take it yet. And by the way, if this is hitting home for you, I've got a challenge coming up where we can dig into this live. It's a few hours, way more hands-on than what we do here on this YouTube channel, and all the details are in the description if you want to jump in. And if you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button and join me on this movement as we discover what's possible when we're in alignment and we go all in becoming who we know we're meant to be. Until next time, be unstoppable.